Are you tired of riding the same roads on your road bike? Here are 5 climbs which are not just challenging, but also rewarding for the stunning scenery. By the end of this video, you'll have 5 great climbs to add to your bucket list or goals for the next year. These climbs are alternatives to the more iconic climbs such as Hardknott Pass, Bealach Na Ba or Great Dun Fell, but they're just as enjoyable and just as stunning. We're going to be starting off with the easiest of the 5 climbs. We're going to slowly be working our way to the hardest climb, and there are also a few extra bonus climbs in there as well. The first climb is Great Orme in Llandudno in North Wales. This is a scenic coastal climb and my favourite scenic climb of 2024. I absolutely love this climb. The side I've chosen here is the easier side, which is also part of Simon Warren's Climbs of Wales list. This climb averages 6% for a mile. It maxes out at 18% for a short while by the graveyard. This climb features 4 switchbacks early on. It's absolutely stunning. You'll be able to look out to the coast. You won't be able to see where the blue of the sky and the blue of the sea ends. It just like merges together, especially if you've got a sunny day like I did. It's absolutely beautiful. The top finishes by a cable pulled tram, which I think is the oldest in Great Britain. And for the first of our bonus climbs, the other side of this climb is absolutely brutal. It's less scenic, but it's far more challenging. I'm sure the gradient somewhere maxes around 30%. It's really steep. When I was in the area, I didn't have time to do it as well because I had to get the train back to Birmingham after a long day on the saddle in the Conway Valley. And the last climb of that day was Great Orme. And as I said, I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favourite climbs of 2024. If you're after the exact location of this climb, if you download the What 3 Word app and then use these 3 words, distant, variously and dragons, it will give you the exact location for the start of this climb, the easiest side of Great Orme. Or if you want to check out the route which I used to climb up Great Orme, you can go in the description and you'll find the link to my Strava ride on there. If you're feeling brave and want to try the harder side, the What 3 words for that climb are quietly, shampoos and light. Next we head up north to the Yorkshire Dales. 2 climbs for the price of 1 here at Great Moss. Stunning from either side, this really showcases the stunning beauty of the Yorkshire Dales in God's country, North Yorkshire. When I was at Great Moss, I did from south to north, and that was during the Borderland Sportive, organised by Struggle Events. A great event. If you want to check out what that was like, you can go down to the description and that will have a link to the YouTube video I put up of that. It's an epic day, one of the best days I've had out on the bike. Both sides of this climb have pretty similar stats. They're about 2.5 miles long, averages 7% and maxes out at 15%. Next time I'm in the area, I'm going to ride north to south, so I can say I've done both sides. And also the north to south side is on the another 100 climbs list from Simon Warren, so it'd be good to tick that off as well. Same as the last one, there is a link in the description to my Strava ride if you want to check out that. That was the south to north version. Or if you want to use the What 3 words, for that you've got to do, for north to south is diplomat, scrubber and conclude. And if you want to ride from north to south, it is taskbar, minority and helpful. Third, we head back into North Wales in Snowdonia National Park near Bangor for Electric Mountain. The hidden gem of a climb this is. Everyone talks about the Stwlan Dam as the epic road to climb in North Wales, but I think Electric Mountain personally is better. It's my favourite climb I did in 2024, especially the final 2 miles, which is on a closed road going up to a summit over 2,000 feet, higher than the Stwlan Dam. The start of this climb is by a stunning lake, then you've got 5 miles all the way up to the summit. The first 3 miles are okay, but the final 2 miles is where the real fun starts. Cycling utopia it is. At the 3 mile point, you'll reach a closed gate where walkers and cyclists are allowed to go past, but no cars are allowed to go past. So it's just you, walkers and sheep on this road. The tarmac is silky smooth, it's really well looked after, unlike the rest of the UK where there's potholes everywhere. It's pretty much a consistent 10% gradient to the top, so you are going to have to work hard for this, but there's no real steep inclines. It's just a consistent 10%, so you can find your rhythm and just get into it. The views in front of you are absolutely stunning, but once you get to the top and turn around and have a look behind you, wow, it's unbelievable. One of the best views I've had all year, and I've had some stunning views this year with all the climbing I've done. Less than 150 people have climbed it this year. It really needs more attention and love, this climb. You won't regret it. It may be an effort to get out to North Wales, but you will enjoy it, and it is a memorable climb. The what three words for this climb by the lake is mallet, verb and supper. If you want to do just the final 2 miles where the fun really starts, for that you're looking at supper, feasting and carpeted. For the 4th climb, we head up back to the north of England in the Lake District for Honister Pass. In the Lake District, everyone talks about Hardknott Pass, but personally, Honister Pass is my favourite climb. The climb itself is really good, but when I went there, I also did Bealach Na Pass, and in between Bealach Na Pass and Honister Pass, heading through Buttermere, was one of the most beautiful and stunning roads I've ever seen in my life. You must ride that as well before you get to Honister Pass. You go past 2 gorgeous lakes and you've got all the mountains in the background. Oh, it's just incredible. And when I was there was next to no one there, so you felt like you had the whole place to yourself. It was gorgeous. Then you go past the car park where there's a 25% road sign, and there is the start of the climb. But the hard work doesn't actually start yet. So you get time early on in the first mile and a half to really take in the beauty, because it's kind of a false flat to start with. But as you get further down the road and look to what's ahead, you can just see a bending road going vertically up in between the 2 mountains as they join together. So you may be enjoying yourself at the moment, but later on you're going to be working seriously hard. As I said, the road sign says 25%. My Wahoo said 31%. Whichever one you believe, you want to be working seriously hard. The stats of this climb are 2.5 miles long, average is 7%, maxes out at 25 to 31%, depending on if you believe the road sign or my Wahoo. Once you get to the top, if you've got the energy to turn around and have a look, the view back down the valley is absolutely stunning. It took me a little while to get my breath back, so I was like keeled over and I was gasping for air, especially as I had to battle through that slope in a headwind. It was not fun. I think, if I remember right, it's about 20-25 miles per hour. So yeah, that was really hard. There is a cafe at the top by the slate mines if you want to stop, get some refreshments. The what three word for Honister Pass is spurted sampling digests. And if you want to start from Bealach Na Pass like I did, for Bealach Na Pass going through the forest, you are looking at circulate, flame and glad. And last but nowhere near least is the hardest climb I've ever cycled up in my life, Arthog in Snowdonia near Barmouth and Fairborn. This climb is harder than the likes of Hardknott Pass. It's absolutely brutal, but you are rewarded at the top with stunning views, but you're gonna have to work for it. It's a mile long, it averages 15%, and the Wahoo says it maxes out at 32%. The road sign again says 25%. Either way, it's ridiculous. Starts off on a nice easy flat road, then you turn in between some terraced houses and it just goes vertical instantly, straight into 25%. The road sign there is just telling you, yeah, you're in for hard work here straight away. And it just carries on. The first half a mile is all under tree cover and it averages 20%. It's extremely hard work, especially as this road isn't used very often, so it's not in the greatest of shape. But the reward of getting to the top and beating that, so yes, I have beaten it, is well worth it. At the time of recording, less than 700 people have cycled up it. So it will be a badge of honor if you can say you've got up this climb. You are one of very few people who'll be able to tackle this beast. Simon Warren did also give this a 10 out of 10 rating. Personally, I think it should be an 11 out of 10. Back to the climb. Once you get past the trees at the halfway point, it eases off, but it's still working really hard, as it now averages from the halfway point to the summit is a 10% average gradient, and the max is nowhere near as high as the first half, maxing out somewhere around the 18% mark, which is still steep. So you've got to be working really hard, especially with already the built up of fatigue in your legs. Crawl your way up to the top, turn around and look at the stunning views around you. Then also, if you turn left, you'll go to Creneghan Lake, which is one of the most stunning roads I've ever seen. Around the lakes, they've got the mountains of Snowdonia in the background. You can look out to the close down to Barmouth. There's too much to take in. Like, you got to make sure you stay there for a good while to be able to take in everything. It's truly stunning around there. Afterwards, you've got a descent down into Dalgelly. I've probably pronounced that wrong. I apologise to the Welsh viewers. Anyway, down there was this Polish bakery which serves the greatest cheese and bacon turnovers I've ever had in my life. So when I'm back in the area, I'm 1,000,000% going to be stopping there for that as well. If you're as mad as me and want to tackle this climb, the what 3 words you need for this are toggle, defeat and presides. There's also the link down in the description to my Strava route if you want to pinch that. These climbs are not just about the challenge, but about some of the most rewarding scenery you can experience in the UK. If you've got a favourite climb which you think's underrated and deserves to be on this list, comment below, because I'd love to explore it as well, trying to tick off as many climbs in the UK as humanly possible. Also, of the climbs I've suggested, which ones would you like to try out? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the links to the rides I did with all these climbs in the description below. And also the what 3 words are all below in the description as well, if you don't want to search through the video and try and find it again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on 2 Wheels.